Hi folks, I'm Doug Hensley, President of Hertz Real Estate Services, and I'm coming to you today with our October 2021 Farmland Market Update. If you look outside your window anywhere across the Midwest, you're likely to see combines and grain carts and grain trucks zigzagging their way across the countryside as we get into this full-on harvest operation situation across the Corn Belt. There's been some early corn that has come out, but more soybeans right now are going in corn, and when the beans are ready to cut and conditions are good, you go get them, because cooler and wetter conditions that will happen later in the fall make soybean harvest much tougher than corn. So right now it's a lot of soybeans coming out. Generally speaking, I think soybean yields have been a pleasant surprise thus far. As always, there's some variation from area to area and neighborhood to neighborhood, but overall, more smiles than frowns thus far, especially as I talk to people in the western Corn Belt, where things have been quite a bit better than what they thought. I'll have a more complete harvest report for you in next month's land market update video. From a land sales perspective, I've never seen a more active and just full throttle market. In the month of September, here at Hertz, we sold 48 different farms at auction. And if we look back in the 90 days preceding that, for June, July, and August, basically during the heart of the growing season, we had sold 56 different farms at public auction during that time period. Both of those measures are easily records for public auction volume that we've handled as a company during that June through September time period. The spike in sales volume, I think, has largely been brought on by significant increases in land values over the past 6 to 12 months. In fact, here in recent days, the Iowa Realtors Land Institute released their September land values trend report, which showed an 18.8% increase in Iowa land values from March of this year to September of this year. That followed up almost an 8% increase from last September to March. So over a full year period, showing over 26% increase in values. And I think in some areas it's actually been a little greater than that. Likewise, if we look at the Chicago Federal Reserve report, which is a survey of banks across the region of Illinois, Wisconsin, Iowa, and Indiana, you're seeing 14.4%, I believe, year-over-year increases in land values. And that was in August that report came out. My sense is that all these land value surveys have not quite caught up with the market itself. It has been a quick and really significant increase and move higher that we've seen in this land market, in particular over the last 120 days. And it's been widespread, which is very unique. Sometimes we'll see strength in one area, but not so much in another. But what we're seeing is really from Nebraska and southern Minnesota all the way through the eastern Corn Belt, we're seeing stronger markets. We've talked before about the reasons behind the strength in the market: strong grain prices, continued low interest rates, and very solid government support. Previously, we had also seen a limited supply of land for sale that had helped to undergird and support the market at levels that it was at. This is a factor, this last one, land, in terms of land volume available, this is a factor that has changed certainly in the last 120 days with a large volume of land coming to the market. So far, the demand side of the equation has kept up with the supply of farms that have been coming to the market, and sale results have continued to be very, very strong. This supply and demand balance, however, is something to watch, and can look different from area to area as a number of sales happen from neighborhood to neighborhood. When I see more than 4 or 6 or maybe even 8 sales in a particular township or a couple of townships, depending on their size, that's when you'll sometimes begin to see some of that local capital used up, and competition can sometimes soften just a bit when you see a lot of sales happen in a concentrated area. Again, that hasn't yet happened, but is something to be aware of and pay attention to. You can know that we'll be paying very close attention to all things in this land market, including volume in any given area. And in next month's update, again, I'll have a more complete update for you on harvest results. But in the meantime, please know you can always reach out to us, as always, toll free, to talk about your farm or the market in general. Again, toll free at 800-593-LAND. Again, that's 800-593-5263, or you can visit us and message us through our website at hertz.ag.